Mark Yaden. We're here at Mishler's Florist and Greenhouse today to talk a little bit about succulents. Succulents are a very trendy new plant that's coming out onto the market. They're becoming more and more popular as the years go on. You'll see them in all the trade magazines. They use them a lot in wedding work now. They use them a lot in different types of arrangements. Succulents are generally similar to cactus, however, they don't have the thorns. So that makes them a very interesting houseplant to have, and they don't bite back. We have a few examples here on the table of the varieties that we do grow here. We grow 75 different varieties, and I have 10 that I can talk a little bit about here. I have two types of sedum here. This is a fine gold leaf sedum, and this one is called Corsican stonecrop. They generally are used as trailing type plants in containers and arrangements. They do trail down, and they're very low growing. Another type of plant that we have are the senecios, and this one is called blue chalk. And senecios grow generally upright. They grow more like trees or a jade plant or similar to that, but they do grow large. The one that most people are familiar with are the aloes, and this is an aloe vera. It is a type of plant that is used for medicinal uses as well. It's great for burns. The Raspalis, this one is called Drunkard's Dream. And the reason why they call it that is each of the little segments here look like a little whiskey bottle. This one is just about ready to bloom. It blooms with a yellow flower about this time of year, late January, early February. It's very showy when it does bloom. The buds are just starting to pop on it, so it'll be another week or so before we actually get some blooms on it. The burro's tail is another very popular one. It is kind of a mounding and trailing type of plant, so it does work very well in containers as well. Fire sticks euphorbia. This is a type of euphorbia that is a little wild looking, but once this thing grows in and gets big, it is a real interesting texture. There's also real nice colors. Right now there you can see a little bit of yellows and oranges. They turn much brighter when the sun gets brighter in the summertime. This type of plant is called a graptivaria. It's a very nice one, almost flower-like looking. These do get very large as well, but real nice texture with this one. And this is another type of sedum, which is completely different than the trailing type of sedum. But this one is called coppertone, and it also is a more upright type of growth habit to this. We keep the growth habits in mind when we start to make our own containers. This is called Lampranthus. The common name is pink vigi. It has, again, a very interesting texture. You can see the little sharpened edges on the leaves. However, there's no thorns. So this is a real nice one for texture as well. And this is the Lampranthus here. So it does grow big. This is the kind of form it gets. This is actually an aloe vera. So this will grow up into this type of form here. Oh, you can plant in a wide variety of containers. Most anything will work. I have a low bowl here that is very shallow. I like the shallow ones for the succulents. I think that they just present better in a shallower bowl. But you can grow them in any type of container. This is an old shoe, and it looks like one of my old shoes. So this has some sedum in it. Again, some coppertone sedum, little hens and chicks at the end. This one will just flourish in that little boot there. A cup will work. This will work fine. The problem with, again, no drainage in this cup is you just have to monitor the water closely. Broken pot, broken pots. You can make interesting arrangements with broken pots and charged with succulents. Because they're well drained, they can take the water down, and they're going to thrive in this type of situation. Your container can either have no drainage or, as a preferred container, drainage. For indoors, you definitely should have a saucer with that to prevent any damage to any furniture that you may set that on. If it does have drainage, it is a little more forgiving as far as the water. The water will drain out. The water will collect in this particular pot here. So you really need to monitor it, because standing water in the bottom of the pots are probably the biggest problem that the succulents will have. All right, so we've introduced you to a few succulents. I've taken 10 of the 75 varieties that we grow here and introduced you to those. So you can do a lot with succulents. They're a fun plant to grow. They're easy to propagate, and they're very cool right now.